esim eho ena owo obeka ya nane nansa ena wonum eye ensemtwofo nhyiemu friend ensemtwofo ka che wo mo so mo metu mo wasem ka sede wo man Ghana adwade ni sikasem na city opportunity wo mo ka ni say true state of the economy ena wonum wie no mo busa akosanum ena wonum san say budget abaye no kra de kwakwa ohia budget foforo ohio enti said ye be ya wo bi nsi trodo matwa na ka kunye betie no okakuo na anum nti ye bebusa wura no na wa kire yen de wo mo ka ye no nanum no ye busa aban so eye follow up press conference aban ni idea na devil's advocate kese pa me na megina mu amuru akwadwo ponko na onu so ne ko sam de busa opani kan se o kan se ni nyina anya mo fe mo sesen enti ma me ne no eni nko mira akwa ye da senso se waba se ye ne woni nkomo na nsa de ye nya opa first de ne ye breba na nsa de aye yi de okay, press conference amoye ye no 5 questions mo se onfa new budget emra no we would boso che na mo sesen
okay sister oye ukudan Ghana brashebedwa fodom kuma aye gina homa NDC party yenye essentialfo no nye yenu anoma sabe wo stakeholders for Ghana sikasam ho etoto nsafra ho yenye wonzi nkomo na nsema na ya kan nye de ehwe bebi a omanen orokon nkankan fa yen currency ada Ghana cedi na hoden no bebi orokon a no hu sunsun de no roba no se yanhwe ne yi ne se yanka ho asema bebi oman Ghana bekwakodu no onye fe na ye dzenyim ye chechire mu ye magana fota ase de bibinti na wakofa da mazi aba okay ya abada ade na ye ka ho asem ye ka no ho asem wie ni ye ka de oba ne dem a asem na aba wie no hu sunsuando nyi den ye de no sunsuando no so ye de tugwa or the impact of the city depreciation tugwa ye wie no so no ye propose the way forward aben kwan na ye ya nzama mutum obaba fom kaka ye propose
mo yes
oh yes it's in our statement
okay
na ye wie no nso no da ye kan bi onye ye ma omampanyin na bedechira oye the chairman or the head of the economic management ye ka economic management team both monetary and fiscal when na oshanase wo Flagstaff house hono no or down ye ma no questions bi there asem bi kire adwen do record yi hu ntombo na onya no ma Ghana fuina ne he na ye hu de da record no sebe onye bo apeye bi na wore say o mani usane de record no bi yemu bi entase. And finally, yama suggestions are the way you be there. Yes, one for budget for Bra, another one for statement in Bra Parliament. Okay. Some assurance into the investor community. And since a cadamon bolotofa, asama, you share your cane. Okay.
Before I maybe say 5 questions, you know, and one can also. First one, most first stakeholders, yes, some afraid ready for importers and exporters. Ebi mo kra didn't know say near mobile be ni. Nti I had to say mo kona o mo money na.
Na academa asem.
Metiti wo krom.
Okay, because your throw letter.
Okay.
Answer na be inviting you, para be na inviting you the letter krata na your throw da yer ba be. Na yes bra. Okay. Nti wo kona wo hin.
This is not the first time.
This is not the first time. No, yaka the encounter with the minority on the economy. Okay. Matters are rising, city in perspective. Abasembi, ona no hasem na yake.
Because I had to say mo sheda mo pese mo court or more into your side because don't forget sadi amu ye so political andato. Ti nyame adomo next year beto aba. Ti mo pese mo ye no ti mo frɛ o mo na mo kampo bia to o ma dwini.
Yeah. Sekeya nye da odikana ma ye da mazi bi. Okay. This is about the 5th or the 6th one. I think it's the 5th one. 2017, the year being. 2018, the year being. Okay. 2019, the year start. This is the first one. Okay. So this is the 5th time. And so on your anytime you invite trade union okay. TUC. Okay. You invite AGI. Okay. You invite think tanks. Stakeholders and the media for us to have it. And we are metenase. Let me be some questions. And yet,
solutions. No, intina was a mampenda da mahama ban. About the solutions.
Actually, statement no more. What is the solution? The way forward? aben sunsan do no wom.
Okay.
Or you different. The way forward. Plan ben able to
be fast so aye ni.
On your solution on your adokra.
Okay.
Come as a maybe.
Nti mu yi ana na one can chance and choni ni say
oh no na bia nyimpa nem boma ye yi na asem na no wan ta ase because we catch na asem na ka wi ma change ma chro to question fofura
on Fabra. Okay, maybe more questions.
I'm ready for all your
budget,
questions.
And me preparing na my friend me doctor of economics be na me ne bon koma. And I'm say it is and this almost your move fee or the budget for say ja budget for fraud the okasa ye no eye wo unim say budget there you draw once you draw in prenu na prince review and won't be to me aye. Now then I won't say budget you draw only once. Now one can say we need a budget review. Name mo be say mo fa budget for from ra.
Yeah, budget or the budget statement and the economic policy of government.
Okay.
Into the budget statement and economic policy of government is what the ordinary person or rely on it. And the ordinary person, the stakeholders of the economy, not only internal, but external. If you know me, put in this way, investors are what interest for Ghanaian economy no more. What bonds and other. It is a one who insists about budget according to projections are. It won't be here there. It be before the baba nama for wa come to one.
Okay.
Just about more examples be. Example be a more kind of there. Budget here ye. Budget here catch there. Or ye cedi to the US dollar exchange rate we use for budget in the million 4 cedi 80 pesos. Them 4 cedis 80 pesos CCRA by cedi no na ho den no on obor 4 cedi 80 dollar no obor 4 cedis 80 pesos no.
Okay.
So abane da ma memo example. Budget no no ya make projections there ye be Ghana sika cedis na de kutua loans a sebe busa ya abo no ho nsi ho interest. The means hono e be dollars and cedis na asesa to dollar na akwakutua ka.
Okay.
Okay. So abanedama in the budget ni fund the why projections for say 18 billion cedis they would butua the margin. Na yem fund there say in Kano in them 18 billion cedis na for argument's sake. Yem fund the be here be yem fund the 5 let's say 10 billion let's say times 4.8%. And so you need 4 times or even 5 times 18 billion and send the kokotia them sikano. CCRA be in here 4 times and not 5 times, but you need 6 times that amount and send it to me kokotia. So bandama expenditure no will increase. Another example. Example could be also me padama my own day. You find the your loans be a yaja or your foreigners what draw down. No would see what your project mahin.
Okay.
Okay. So efa oye offending Kumasi Kwanya and the way interchange Pukiasi interchange. Okay. The previous administration under President Mahama time and Ministry of Finance negotiated a signing loan agreement BBA. I just a fee Africa Development Bank I had started them project. Abani or budget him every year be over draw down on the money. Contract and why any projections the ABA this year no over draw down let's say $10 million here for $1 million in Podo, but draw down $1 million of the loan na yakwakojen or year project. In the budget statement, $1 million or equivalent to 4.8 million Ghana cedis.
Sure.
Now $1 million no but draw down is equivalent to 5.6 million Ghana cedis. Or looking at the projections and I'm 6 million Ghana cedis.
No,
you know what happens? No, listen to what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, let's have a review.
No, I'll come there. Me build argument. Inti obanedama. Say I'm ya no chede sikana a budget deficit na akada 4.2% of GDP no. You are certainly going to exceed it. Okay. Now, what the investor community is worried about, the reason why I see the no depreciate on me pay the in some of these things. Some of these things will send a negative signal to the investor community. And so investor community now, sebe need na dream mentioned because 4.2 you pay the way. Ubutuma ya and the one to me yentu mamentran kakala mentran ye. What IMF for come you have to sustain fiscal sustainability.
Okay.
So the question is obaba then na dem sikaya ya kahwasemi. Sikaya kahwasemi won't exceed the budget. So it is important that Ghana government obaba out, not the budget for fraba. no way to catch Ghana for there. 4.2 because it's all the macro numbers no budget none of them can be achieved as a result of this depreciation. None of them can be achieved.
Okay.
So you have to come and assure Ghana in a seven we are seeing what will interest when you young bonds man are there yen there. My them adjustment here as a result of A or B. I had the man about trying to June and Sana. The matter is serious. But yeah, me pedamaka can be there. In the statement, you can't come with say a ban for any reason. So decided there's own to for budget for from Bampua, Umbra Parliament, not on for a statement to the nation. Umbra make a statement. It is there in the budget statement or a statement to Parliament, assuring Ghanaians and the investor community there. Because of Sidina Sebe we depreciated into Nusunsandu budget because certainly Owonsunsandu.
Yes,
them Sunsandu when you know into your ABCD to deal with it. That's all.
Into either new budget,
either a new budget or a statement to Parliament.
New budget na still me bisa say me dey me doctor na chairman dey wose wo kra wunim say ye new budget and can review into why I will see new budget no. Well say oka say omo e di omo ni target is ye di a budget ni sika man bro so kra ye benya a deficit of say 4.2 na say I said ye baby a cedi na dru nti e be bro say 4.2 na ye new middle of the year.
You don't have to get there before.
O de nya botre mama no si ye new middle of the year and they rate no sesa enti no omo so kan say omo ye nhyehyeye ne dada they knew it enti no mo kan say ebia ye target a budget deficit of 4.2 and as see ye wo hwe anye bia Bank of Ghana say one mo say by the end of March one benya be $850 million e dia ba omo reserve nim and IMF aye exit ye benya ahe enu so be $180 million bi e wo honom afi cocoa loans kakra enso ebebem entimi emma me ye we emekushin na afi de ye pesa ye hu no ye hu a e bia ye ndru ba bia wo ka no.
Oh sister na maka no mama wa ebibi kakra before I stand about out make those kind of projections and man so can boom it through about out mbaka say research is Bibri Akodo. I've read from Bloomberg one research.
Okay.
Reuters one research. Global banks one research. An example, HSBC Global.
Okay.
HSBC Global is one of the largest investment bank in the world. They've come out with a wonderful research. Financial Times one research. So I've read a number of research. In fact, there's one also from Rand Bank who was South Africa. Also what the one research about. One of the researchers, Ibiwa Okade, a offended Sidino or expected of at the 6.6, BC 6.8, because it's 6, BC 6.2. But there was one particular one, mission analysis, on the highest one, on the lowest one. But if you're the kind of analysis, why I side with them. And let me tell you, when Samuel came, we talked about the city depreciation, I care about Bank of Ghana, Sikano. They recorded the inflows. Or yes, Sikarabim. Be today a cocoa board loans are walk akwaje. We recorded or yeah be today IMF 185 million euro kamwasemi review siki.
Yeah.
We recorded euro bond sikano economy.
Okay.
Now we recorded all the outflows in Soroko. Now we make projections. Their projection is that by the end of the second quarter, June, or they see the order 5 cedi 90 pesos. We recorded there by the end of the third quarter. Or they see the no odu 6 cedis per dollar. In our recorded there, or yeah, by the end of the last quarter, fourth quarter, then December 2019, cedi odu 6 cedi 30 pesos. This is not coming from, it's coming from HSBC Global. After discounting in some account semina, so the kind of analysis at HSBC Global why now is someone who understands the Ghanaian economy, and these are they are top class investment banks.
They understand the Ghana economy, not simple chain. Yeah, economic management team and the finance ministers now So
are you telling me these are the same people who have projected and it has come to pass over the years? They've been doing this for Ghana, God knows when, the last 30, 40 years. The finance minister, Watnoff, is work for 2 years. Watnoff is work for 2 years, for God's sake.
Okay.
That is the truth. That's the reality. In some or then it means the city is even going to get worse by the day. So it is important the government of Ghana will take prudent steps to deal with it. Yeah, we came out a minority as me be at say ya cast minority ya bon by pena. Yes, that yan kan wasam.
Okay.
But where it is going, some of the research findings na you read in the diet no. Who be here they immediately and caution the government to don't take immediate steps to halt the depreciation of the currency. Because I had my Bibaka Wankasa.
Mate.
I'm Bibakam.
Mate. Now you're sure to take his answer because before a mobile press conference, na Mr. Kenuforiata be catch Ghana for say, yema 2 weeks, ye be effects of the Aebecosono. And even Muyamu press conference, no, Ghana no, a perform from compared to last week. Last week in that ye program say ya, and almost you they say dollar rate, you know, dollar to see the same net year, you could be sour forex. And our forex for my 5.77. But enra as at a numrena mikofi no pay I've not checked. But as at a numrena mikofi no, I hear saying that 5.28, 5.3.
No, please. I don't know where you are getting the 5.28 from. That is not the case. We cannot check. Yeah.
But I had the from.
Yes, you see, at the time it has come down negligibly. Negligibly. You see, if something is about 5.65, let's go back to 5.66 or 5.61 or 5.60. From where we were. On the mpede yake, you started afeno.
Okay.
In a dollar rate no yahin. On do 4.8 or
4.8 there.
Yes.
Yeah.
4. Because that's why they used the budget estimate was 4.80.
Okay.
4.8. 4.8 or one city riba can view to almost 4.8 5.8. Oh, it's scary. Oh, you're very scary. You see, we all know.
Because they say that this growth is just 10%. And you know it say US and China trade. And after US Forson omo dollar no apeja. The dollar is doing well. And any effect developing countries to say so. Developed countries are doing well because there is a capital flight. I'm for the music say, na say ko ye na nyeme ko ye dia nyeme fanko. Unim say ni nyina ya.
Sister stay one. Don't say there. Second or just 10%. Just 10% just.
I'm saying just because I'm looking at the other factors I just told you.
Second see the way depreciated 10% in the first 11 weeks of the year. I'm scared for Ghana. Scared because 10% in the first 11 weeks. 11 weeks out of 52 weeks in a year are difficult periods in number now. Sister, it's scary. Mama Casiel, see the depreciate over the period. Now, the last 10 weeks in the year, it compare in the last 10 years, the last 10 weeks, this is the worst period. In the last 10 weeks.
Is there not a course?
Only some more courses. I'm coming to give you the courses. What the reason why? In the last 10 to 15 years, Ghana currency only depreciated by that magnitude.
Okay.
Only depreciated them because there are times all depreciated. Oh yeah, in season you will have the bad times and good times. So bad times, you know, them time in the neighborhood there, it's sitting or hike. Now you good time or not before.
Okay.
But in the first quarter, no cry and the first quarter no. You them this kind of. On the mechanism say you roll back them depreciation now. No handle going to the bad times in the year no, regardless of the flows no, you want the bad times and good times. You are as some about to hear no on your papa. Only say my member to what has caused this. Causes oftentimes you know assembly sipe yes so you import them you export them. You see, you were structural issues. There were management issues.
Okay.
Now, say eba oye ofrene then yen so-called balance of payment na balance of payment here were two types. What goes into the balance of payment? We have the capital account and the trade account.
Okay.
The trade account ni edredi. Ebia yen ye de kokoko na yakototo nzame ya yedidi ya film brofo won kro mi be. Ono so ye da aba ha.
Morning tofe no.
Excellent. On your trade account. Sometimes we show if you are yakofa petrol near the aba petrol no so the biko near the yakofa biaba because here you crude you refine ni na wa ha bi ho ya de ko bi so e bia da hwansi ye hia no honso wonyi bi on your trade balance.
Okay.
Na your capital account ni loans no oba no na da oko payment etua no no ka on your capital account. Se ehwe oye them capital account no ye trade account no ye overall no friend balance of payment deficit or surplus can in aboma you notice that the problem we are going through now is coming from the capital account for a reason. And the capital account, is because one, Central Bank of Ghana, recently, January a monetary policy committee meeting. Why a monetary policy committee meeting? There a lawyer. Manana good reason. Okay. Inti say monetary policy committee meeting why no. Na we no what they your friend then one report rebegwano. It no be trying the monetary policy rate obetodo another would be account. Okay. Depending on the circumstances. Now you know what happened. But today judge Justice Cheba from Wabha. So akoko TV na kaka wasemewie na aye bon na ebia worubu of another wobeka de edibim no nche wo judgment bi wo be 40 pages bi kura 30 pages bi 10 pages into reader already o asam kura wo de to do no wo kan na ehwe hu de lidufu a ehu eliwini so ehu na wa aka che do yi oh this no ko de ye hu ni ye ye hu ni ye na wa conclude there sisi ade 84 into ya sentence or other edibim into kofie Nenima, monetary policy committee reporting. As some more keen there, risk no ho or there a currency no or I train you book of form and train you them or academy seminar into action or they were taking in there or they were hike monetary policy rate or they were hike monetary policy rate. Concluding no as some of kind there monetary policy rate in what's ordered by 100 basis point. So what? What is going on? Investors straight away were reacting. In fact, it is the main reason. As someone who says is self-inflicted. Search the Financial Times one. Financial Times wrote an article that Ghana is making a similar mistake Argentina made. I'm a one currency that they pay. Straight away, people were expecting monetary policy rate to rather go up. In economics, what friend they loose monetary policy. Or friend tight monetary policy. Our monetary policy now is too loose and too populist. I don't think it's too loose. If it's too loose, so that you benya amount for almost can be. Or rather, it is opposite. A base a buy per se, wonya bond now we will generate local bonds. Unse bema amount for na confidence. System amount to them. Them no into them. Rather no moment. Onu moment na Obama kofu you was kefi. More example. Okay. More example. Sincerely, me young fan them in your Ghana. Okay. Me investor, more baby. Now, another friend, non-resident investor. Okay. More dollars. Now, me dollar no, me best son Ghana cedis. Okay. Now me that or Ghana government no bond. Okay. But Ghana government when you see be or that finance ne fiscal deficit. Answer make a fiscal deficit. My mentor say a prepare budgeter. There sika ibenya wo man mu ne wo sika e be spend se sika ibenya no ne sika be spend ne se bie no omboma a kire da anhwe ne ya surplus beba na deficit beba na se spend more than sika ibenya no kire da o de be hia da be obobro wo sika ibenya no o de kobobusa atasa ono ye fiscal deficit the deficit no you will be di dos so wunya bi so na so de nya do o de kobobusa busa ne wo kwana bie na ye bodam busa no o de bobobusa no wo chrome heala. Okay. Another boka kobobusa no wa abrochim. Se ebo no krom here ye won krofu bi a wo fi abrochim sebe wode $1 seba no wo boto bi wo fe no wo bosa ne bi wo krom ha because bosa yeton. Now I come back to the main issue. Main issue ni there. Oye investors here we non-resident. What the $1 seba krom ha. $1 se wode beba krom ha no. Wo best send into CDs. No what that toll bond. Okay. It was a sun cities now. No what about but I am finding there nimpa or the 1 million or the bay. 1 million or the back room here. No so about Ghana bonds. Monetary policy rate is about 16%. Maybe up about treasury bill rate. Or the rate no monetary policy rate is or double form. Monetary policy rate is only Central Bank, Bank of Ghana, one rate what the banks now to lend what a guy to lend. Say obi koje bosia ensi hu a bank ne de be ma won sorry preocupe wo gina Bank of Ghana hye ne so na ma nti abandoned lenders here find the T-bill rate is about 15-16% depending on the type of rate. Maybe a 1 year or 91 days or 180 days. In the end, obenya 60 or the 1 million aba. Okwa bond no ehwa. Yemfande wenya 16%. 15% for instance for argument's sake. 15% or donya 150,000 Ghana cedis. Okay. Now, cedi depreciate. You said just 10%. Yemfande for argument's sake we depreciate by just 10%.
Okay.
No chede effectively. Yimpano dinise karokwa. Even though only 16% to hano, sika only 5%.
Because of the depreciation of the city.
Into about convert in the back, not that. Into also what so don't you 5%.
Okay.
Now, them you put on your 5%, you know, or baby son what them 5% here minya wa he or Ghana he. Semedoko kufufu da minya more than 5% ana. Be in the first half no we depreciate 5% you. Maybe in the course of the year, we depreciate here for 15% and 16% and 17% based on an analysis or record. On ankasa why any analysis we on the investor you interested in all these numbers. Did you only check or buy any mathematics or head or boka and don't boka?
Okay.
In ABA in a city depreciate 16% and 15% amount a day. So cannot buy what to know when you're home for soccer.
Okay.
Atasa. So when you so over 15% no da. No, chere now all the bay and find 17%. Or chere sikano ba botumino. Sikano the ban on bum wa 2%. Chere ni sikaten nanka sampono no do ato. This is what the investor is interested in.
But some say investor no on check one country or check other countries.
Of course, yes.
Inti na make a say sisi ade ye wo mu no inti ebi kura say abantia yeye na a chance to say economy ni koye because okoye onya Eurobond onya over and above the ABA not all expecting. It is because enyema ni koye na sisi ase de tie no Ghana nye island. Developing countries need now was such challenging anymore because US for increase your more interest rates, you know, because economy ni koye your more dollar na jina na so and no money China trade no su koye and also counting a man for and as investor net na say me hwe Ghana masha and ye alternatively mekwa high say it is not just because the policy rate, you know, above from no, but others are doing well.
No.
And only say yenya island.
No, this is self-inflicted in the sense that say aban ewohwa. No matter what, let's say America for another US are here in one rate, you know, or attractive. Certainly, it be boko. But it depend what we do. The kind of rate Alabama won't full system no.
Okay.
You can also make yourself attractive.
Okay.
Because the currency is weak. Inflation or kosor. Let's say uncompensate for city asset. Investor no sabe onye for the Christmas or a business person. Obe fuel system no wa kobe before. That is why you as the central bank, another economic management team of Ghana, young vice president Otano, they have to make sure these things are all taken into consideration to do it. Investor no or look at some of the policies, or they make any argument. We said something there. There's an inconsistent fiscal policies. Inconsistent fiscal policies now the budget statement now we're reading what the parliament in. You read the budget statement, it sounded as if Ghana is on the path of fiscal contraction.
How?
Fiscal contraction means that we are reducing the fiscal deficit.
Okay.
Okay, that's contraction.
Yes,
obi mo friend austerity. Okay, it's the part of fiscal.
Within our means.
It is coming down.
Okay.
But the pronouncement and memos about Parliament after the budget statement shows that Ghana is rather going on an expansionary fiscal path instead of contractionary. And I'll give you one reason.
Okay.
I can give you a number. One, your Parliament recently, and GNPC, Ghana National Petroleum Company, was a loan agreement to be a one work program.
Okay.
What was a Ghana for Yamahon, Brashibu Yamahon Kwan, no one Kojisika. Or Kojisika, what the Bayer now was in that they are going to use it for Ministry of Energy, what expenditure.
Okay.
Under the request of Ministry of Energy. Two things, and a couple of issues arising. One is against the Constitution of the Republic, because GNPC were near the fiscal agent of government, and they cannot borrow on behalf of government, and give it to government to spend. No. They cannot do that.
Okay.
Number 2, they said they are going to use the money as royalty. They are going to collateralize. Sorry. GMPC. Sikana waka kwajeno. Urienso was and we use oil revenue from tenants as collateral.
Okay.
Royalties from oil is against again the Petroleum Revenue Management Act 815.
Okay.
Okay, and finally, the Sikana waka kwajeno. Oil government expenditure. So a government expenditure. $250 million a best spend. The Ministry of Energy was spent. It will go as transfer to Ministry of Energy in the fiscal table. Okay. So by a transfer, you are increasing your deficit and expenditure, no, because revenue it is as it is projected. And so you are going to increase your friend and expenditure, no, by that magnitude.
Okay.
1.2 no, dollars but converting at the rating at best citizen not your account. Now that means the investor is looking at it that all of this then means expenditure is going to go up. Government is not telling me where they are going to cut to do this. Okay, 4.2 is at risk. Number 2, what's under what the BB of friend mineral royalties.
Okay.
Baby equa santimantem western region one go to Ghana gold even part of Brown.
Yeah.
Baby go to go the panel. And they were royalties wo how you tuama him phone abanisu febi. Okay. Them royalties, you know, it is governed again by the Constitution. In fact, the sharing formula is in the Constitution, is also in the Act. Okay. Okay. And yam na me say why your Constitution no kana me nkom na she bedre mala na me nim be time. Nanyima do ya ro ho mi de sika na ebi bokwa ahemfo ho no bokwa yi na ze na ba ne sende opede odo no so kwaji loan. No oji loan of 200 million used as collateral. Again, EBA expenditure, no, you will use it to spend in the budget. You are not showing us where it's coming from as the financing. Investor is forming a different opinion. Number 3, Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund. Okay. You will have no woman, me sure that the woman GET Fund kwande won ko bosa $1.5 billion. Okay. It's the massam na. No contractors na. Okay. We are not against them paying contractors because I have said so many times today, car paying, no crana work car paying, we use a coffee get fund or don't want to your contractors, and it is destroying people's businesses and destroying banks. As a result, you know, or that banner for people, you know, okay. A banner in the one get fund na get fund bobusa $1.5 billion. Then $1.5 billion you kakofabi. Again, it will show as government expenditure. It is not in the fiscal table.
But so Okafaba no on chede wezi. Wakafaba.
Na Okafaba de him for no bugu. Okafaba no de bugu.
Abochana. As in onyambe yempo. I predictions.
No, we draw down already. We draw down $100 million already. I can share this on authority. Oh, yes.
Na mika usafi no mudi abamra shebe defi ho.
Oh no, we approved the data. We draw down $100 million already. You can find out from
your contractors.
Yes.
But any budget in so say
it is not shown in the fiscal table as transfers into second work of aba sebe you need an akobobusa na de bugu ho o chere into spend then why do you go out there na akobobusa na de bugu ho to interest na second go work on po your west on po din ko or your west kra ono go focus on forcing financial laws to the state
budget na buy no na buy say the tax revenue any ebia revenue mobilization sources no he no be free send and what target.
Okay, I don't have the budget statement. I would have I think the government is planning to do 14.2% of GDP in terms of tax revenue. Okay. Again, I have concerns on that.
My question when you are so what concerns?
We were serious concerns on that because it is over projected revenue.
Anytime we say because wakoba busiana ba anase odishemu say me target revenue say ya. E chese no nim ne sources. Enti say obeka say oh wakwa busia we ya ba.
But on revenue ho. Busa no onye revenue. Revenue ni adwuma aye na ene ho sika. Busa ne the tua fiscal deficit na generating expenditure na in your
so what the budget ni mu mienu a revenue and expenditure. So obviously ebeba be can revenue no say we na menya media fra
ma me chechere kakra na tase mi dey lawyer ni
Hey, lawyer, no. Ebe ya magana ba for afremo. Chana na mukomokole wia.
Mama me cheche mu kakra. Revenue ni ye Ghana sika se be benyefi oyere ho. Taxes am na we yebutua. E bia royalty say yebutua bekaka ni na bobom ono ye revenue. What tax and non-tax revenue. Non-tax revenue ni be fees and charges.
Okay.
Fees and charges e bia court. Wa am fine. E bia ni na ye fees and charges awojeje ni na oba central government wo be be retain be babadi na ye part of government revenue.
Okay.
Expenditure ni ye kawa abana bobo. Ehwa inti sa yem fund say benya 100 cedis revenue. Next and the best spend is 150 between the revenue expenditure no chere da abodo ye 50 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Minus on offend then it means you have a deficit, nominal deficit of 50 minus 50 on a deficit. Deficit no the financing into loan na bokwa akojaba no offend financing. You use on the finance, whether external or domestic financing. Okay. Until revenue, no, both are on car revenue is rather a financing item.
Okay.
Or them not it.
Okay.
You know, until them pera catcher in there. All these inconsistencies here, or could be isora na casa them another inconsistency bills Martin in there. Well, what after that bunny being paying for be could not be what trend will be IMF finance or females whether they can borrow and do projects. You see? Those languaging, in finance world, we call it market sensitive. Market sensitive language. You have to be very careful when in painful Ghana ministers.
Because only say a buying person no example. Do you
want an example?
Yes, sir.
Do you know
fiscal council no?
Memo example, Anna. A primo example.
Mommy.
Okay. A minister of state just last week was in India with colleagues. Okay. India. In a big forum at the Exim Bank forum. Okay. Minister of State the Ghana is going to exit from the shackles of the IMF.
Okay.
No way we borrow as much as they want and do government projects.
Okay.
That is a market sensitive statement. It should not come from a minister of state.
What is so sensitive about it? You mentioned the papa when in the body because indeed borrowing need a borrow. Project in so dear ye you need to gather them in Tibosiana no bebo. But as I'm now orca any abana moon to our old to know. Shouldn't it tell you say abino and yes be a oborua keke name mum or one shisha say me bobosiana me boni ye intikran as I am a free one a replica of IMF and a fiscal council say
no you can't consider that there's a replica.
Oh, they don't just
no but it's not a replica of IMF. There's a big difference. The only difference I strongly disagree with you on that.
You see, let me land. Only difference IMF former iska we momo iska but fiscal council no to guide you they will see can say say, that is what IMF was doing for us.
Fiscal council, can never be equal to that of IMF. Fiscal council cannot give you all your technical support that you need.
Apart from that, technical support,
technical support in your busa.
And yes, you can no the best support here.
Only technical is what better the kind of technical support.
And you think council no members no more soon in him signing the no the why?
Do you know the structure of IMF carefully? Just compare that to the structure that we have.
It may not be the same structure.
What sort of technical?
Purposely.
No. The fiscal council is an advisory body.
Okay.
I'll be the economic management team sort of advising government. But that kind of advice can never be equal to that of IMF advice. And also, the international communities now the investors who use the IMF as a ride-on, where access where economy can never rely on the fiscal council to do the same. There's a number of things that you cannot use the word replica. They are not replicas. Unfortunately, they are not.
They may not be replica. They are similar.
They are not.
Because who feels say IMF any the best option?
I have never said that is the best option. I've never said that. But I'm only against the argument that there is a replica. They are not the same.
Let's just go. But Aban say, me nisika basa. And see, opese ni e jini dino. And see no this council ye aba. Uni GDA say, council no betimi aboa because omukura nim your situation ni your system ni here won betimi aboa aban say futuo technical and as expertise o betimi dia ma aban e woni sikadie mu ama ekoba sese ye bobusia de obviously untumi nkase ye bejaibo ye bebo but ye beto ye boase na ye be hu so effect papa.
You see, na kana kasen be se bosa de untumi nkade ye bejaibo ye bobo na say bobusa na what you are using the money for.
And one na aban ka
commercial or say Eurobond de okwe yabi. Every budget no more. Capital expenditure or your domestically financed capital expenditure. What couple bossa what that babitu account no. It is no more than $500 million. It's about 3.3 billion Ghana cedis in the budget statement.
Okay.
If you can quote, you can look at page 206 of the budget statement, appendix 4E. Is there? Okay, you can Google it.
Okay.
Now, Sesha, or your budget statement, it is there. $500 million. I cover $2 billion. Okay. Now, in the document, now, we figure what the parliament now, what's what spend this on the spend this. They are telling us they are going to spend money on things like them recently, as you offended, program here for station program here.
Planting for
no,
Anna
National Forestation Program is Sir John Ho.
Sir John, okay.
What the be 475 million Ghana cedis both your wages and salaries.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not against paying wages and salaries, but I don't think it's prudent. In dollars, US dollars. Na debitua wages and salaries. And I'll give you.
Everyone now saying you prudent because no
and this never did that. See, you have to do something. You're self-financing. And there can you abandon there. It's called abandoned statement. What's work a couple busan? No, that a project it can pay for itself.
Okay.
So I asked them that you are going to use it to pay wages and salaries for a forestation project. Is that commercial that you are talking about? What is commercial about it? You have to explain to me. They have not come back. I come out to the next agreement. Our program be a Ministry of Special Development Initiative for a year, IPEP.
Okay.
IPEP.
Okay.
Infrastructure for Poverty Development and something. IPEP. Now them IPEP now come on 7. One of their flagships in the OCC KVIPs in the community. They are going to give them 665 million Ghana cedis to do that kind of thing. Okay. So you are going to borrow out there to build KVIPs. I'm not against putting up KVIPs for community. No, I am not against putting up KVIPs.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not. My community will need them. The people of Ghana need them. But I am of the view that remember you dollars because it's hard currency. Hard currency. Rather than you internally. Or you see the equivalent, you those kind of projects.
Okay.
But not to go and look for hard currency to come and do that kind of project. Because when the time comes, I don't think the KVIP one city, another is enough to repay that hard currency. I have a difficulty. You see? So
maybe
this is government not
see the dollar rate in Tinema will show and I say who need GDA say yield enough profits.
Sister, you made a statement, a very strong statement. The commercial project that can repay itself.
Yeah.
So one would have thought that there were major infrastructure deficit in this country.
Okay.
Okay, major infrastructure. We want to do the high profile project. We should by now have a dual carriage road, 3 here, 3 there from Accra to Kumasi. By now, as a country, tow it so that Obiru Kumasi won't take it by 3 hours, 4 hours, and so on, or for that 2 hours. In advanced world, from here to Kumasi, 2 hours you will cross it. A major highway. I thought that these are the kind of investment that we go out there to borrow. When NDC we borrowed and paid something like the kind of things we do, circle interchange.
One can Dubai.
One of Dubai.
One of Africa, one of
Dubai. Nyame Ghana from Dubai.
Hey, one of the total.
At the back of Dubai. Ghana from Dubai. Dubai. So our agile to go from Dubai. First, and what chira nimpa be for the mokwana do. Who sebe obechelo wa benam hodo. I strongly believe that this way is Nkrofo. These are the kind of investment. I expect that you go out there na akwaji sika na itum daye.
But mo de no te said ye okay sa seke ho any terminal 3 say uji sika no let's say $200 billion udi mu be 30,000 and I say half cra $100 billion and now DSC and say we ye no de car ye no efa ahin because they have also raised that as I say mu sika na mu ya ne yakwaji sika and ye de be sa infrastructure we and yakwaji sika na mu je te set terminal 3 so mu sika mu de ye and ke betimi asisa amiensa.
Sister, you see it's cheap when somebody just talk without providing evidence. Abadi se bencha wa abado beye mfie bie no konfia basa.
Okay.
Abent no one year quantities bia no one year estimate bi no mba out mba kantre hende. The margin kodo cost 1 cedi. The one year no cost 2 cities. Why?
So my entina no mo ka say terminal 3 no. Terminal 3 no sika e kwhye terminal 3 no. Na betimi nka o say sisa be more than one.
Okay.
I can't remember, but
I expect the government to come out officially. It is not
officially.
True. It is not true.
Okay.
If you leave it to foot soldiers and now they say when I work on radio, do.
No, foot soldiers say we are not communicators.
You see, and now communicators no work. You see, you need evidence. Evidence to say it, but it's not the case.
Okay.
Into the kind there. I mean, the argument here covered by the one Eurobond. The only thing I'm going church room there. Let us not be swayed by argument the work of Sikana, whatever by investment project. I mean, another one I was for Baba. I was for Bama, a offended then with this Bureau called Zongo Development Fund. If a Zongo Development Fund one budget, it being the Ubutia teacher for now, watch from Aden, was Zongon. Yambo Framan, watch out Macaranta. Okay. Maybe so, basically, Astro Steph.
Okay.
Yes. I support the Obechram from Makaranta in the Zongo communities. They have to teach them. Because or one culture, no one language, they have to teach them. But why can't we get Isika domestic? General revenue no you think it's right?
You have kept saying, sir, yenye sikanin fia. Send ye timinye sike fia. And then I'm de be an a European market or Namusoma Bonda. And I want to unim say tax revenue are buying in Yano. And underperforming yenye sikano. Last 2018, the ordinary target is so binyano. When no ho, and tis all kono kobobusia. O see the beginning in a yenye fia no bear denya or covinyawe.
Into tax will crow you. Tax will crow no more. Or a day when the taxes na ejeno. Ya wanza may be able to me you use those kind of money for the mezamano.
Okay.
Na da oye bus project akesina pede ye na epebusa womuno. Akwa jisika kese na da baba ye dem project akese no. Ama no ho aba mfaso ama da nchemba mehe na yetumi atoado. Ama se project oye busa no embro so no de yetua kawa yetumi yetua. Ehu yakwaje busa ye baby see oye offended then Twabo gas processing plant.
Okay.
No abamfaso bebre amagana. No abamfaso bebre amagana because on no supply gas here and then you to me power plant. Assuming then so nkonyi ho a nka all this time you better rely on Nigeria to give us gas. These are life-changing activities, investment. As a country, we have to do more.
Now the economy and infrastructure no kwani kita.
Oh, I haven't said that. I haven't said that. I haven't said that.
That's one fine infrastructure. Say you be who say physical and structure no in here. That's all the year human development and idea long term you be effect and also will contribute to the economy.
You see, when you go out there to borrow in hard currency, US dollar, necessarily, the language is that you are going to borrow for commercial project. I haven't said that too. And so if I ask, my argument is that you are saying you are using it for investment and commercial project, mainly commercial project. And I'm asking you a simple question. Is this your commercial project?
And you're interested, say.
Is this your commercial project?
I buy and some more kind. I am mude. Now mudi and we just a buy na neck on a buy na neck on. That time no cry said the na advice. Mama when you were in government cry because oh nim nyoka eniho. But I never go far ba na mudi argument. Who says and I say mudi ye play chess. No,
that is not the case. We have to talk about it. And then also I've heard one argument today. What's in there? dollar was oversubscribed, and because it was the euro bond and our raising was oversubscribed. Yes. Because it
wasn't
was oversubscribed. It is what's why BB offended confidence in the economy.
Yes.
We have two types of Ghana risk. Two types of Ghana risk.
Okay.
Two types of investors. Investor one, maybe a company, but two types of investment profiles for Ghana. Investor one, Obana so bottle a Ghana bond. Or Wakanda able to Ghana bond but denominated in US dollars. Only your friend Euro bond.
Okay.
Investor two, bottle Ghana bond. Or Ghana bond but denominated in Ghana currency, which is the CD. Okay, so you have CD instrument and dollar instrument. Now, I'm assuming them a non-resident investor, and I'm a Ghana baby, and I'm Ghana bond. More option to buy Ghana bond or your dollars. Another more options to buy Ghana bond or your CDs.
Okay.
But Missy car me crab them kakotono or your dollars, them they trade no. Some quarter dollars in us and the interest rate in the 8%. At the end of the day, we'll 8% now. 8% in Baba Mukotokum. Apart from taxes, Amutia, but in Aya, Mancasameda. Atasa.
Okay.
Now, the second option is that me a non-resident, the same person now. Me the kind of bagana ha. Or they make sure the currency so depreciate a bit with him. Assuming that Ghana had another rate of, let's say, 16% or 15%. Dollar may depreciate by 10%. I will use your own argument. Just 10%. So just 10%. Is it
10% and then 10%?
Or
just and I'm
just no harm. Just because just no.
Compare.
But just 0.1%, but
not just 10%. I say you compare other factors and other things that are.
Also, but me we metro why 10 noson. Enti da me peda me kan me yeta ase de. Dem nyimpa no oba no or the yem fan de Secured but about 15% interest on man.
Okay.
15% interest on man. Sydney be depreciate by 10%. It's a 10% no, it 15% no. Effectively, secured you could 5%.
We work catching.
5% no rokono. Markacho. Into 5% or rokono. Na nyimpa no auto dollar straight nyimpa no wenya 8%. Ne 8% and 10%, 5% wenya no. Hindina. Madam, yeah, so how would the investor? Which one will you buy?
Which
one will you buy? Because you will get that one. And I tell you why that one is oversubscribed. Into Sami Amijinahi, some your offshore investor, another me your friend non-resident investor. And certainly, that's a Emma Mukwana mentor bonda. Mean choosy or your domestic bond, but I would rather choose the foreign bond. So I'm not surprised it's oversubscribed. But
you won't be surprised because the Yetian Sonny say a trick be a monso moye. Mosheda. No more $2 no good day. Because well, people that are anti-government. Opposition for any more come home. Now my toy good demo. I won't say basa demand was show demand the back cost kese. And send demand no cost show. Nasa idea ni one no ma. What will people do when demand is high? Price will go up. And see at say Monso, you're just doing it to make the government. A
serious statement now.
It is a leg that opposition for Sana Moye. Now, Ama IS system name. Nafe demand so wide and it's not just a
dollar hen. In this era, banks will collapse here. Whisker crowd banker won't sank. Dollar hen.
Banks have not collapsed.
No.
In fact, IMF say there was steps will take years say or we cushion banks in the much non-performing ones or pay or major or one I say or take over.
Yet Ghana for you we know there a number of Ghanaians who investment once they can lock in a number of financial institutions. It's a fact.
That
it
fact,
is a fact.
Just and rather, Obi Eka or another media station says, it is not true now. Obi or what can a Royal Bank, Obi or can a Beige, Obi or can UT, or you soon check in or corners or Genesika, Nensabe so that's your fact. Omun baby a fever.
Since a number, as a member of parliament, in the Damina petition, I don't want to call the name of the bank. People have written to all MPs. A group were put together in a particular investment institution.
Our group says customers of that bank.
Once a car came was 800 million.
Okay.
And we receive a lot of petitions by the day. How many people will be in the Demisicano? You see, that is the problem of Ghana. Say, as let's say a point that this is where the problem is. They've been one people would say into what the fund. No, we continue getting out. Everywhere else. As the minority spokesperson and a ranking member of Finance Committee of Ghana's Parliament, Westminster, you are the shadow finance minister. Okay. A CASA government must take it into consideration because I do not impact penitentiary. Only impact penitentiary. Some of the things that we have said, we are cautioning government never to brush it aside.
But some never to brush it aside. What can you be actually paying?
Yes.
And you expect it so you can know.
Oh, are you telling me that so they shouldn't listen to us?
I'm not saying so, but this is Ghana and the politics we do. Every no so opposition no could be in government anytime, any day, no. And also so no the largest opposition party, okay. We see in Ethiopia. No okay. Ebe do me, I do you.
Okay.
Man, no
well, but you see, the interest of the Republic of Ghana, for me, on no can.
Okay.
On no can. Dem yebema politics ana kabidem kemia membui no ho abamfaso ama hen Ghana fo. Awomba amemba.
Yeah.
Yen danchefo. Why they come together as a country. And if there is a problem, they are back together to resolve them problems.
Okay.
On internet, okay. Into Yasma Yakatra Banande, Aban on you very careful in some of the parts, maybe or naman. Because why a turn?
All right.
Why a turn? No one trainer in Zamibu or they will resolve the ASAP. Because maybe our more example, public debt. Ghana's public debt. At the time,
Ghana, or mine day.
That's the day and I can't come.
My Yanisa, me sister Mubeka.
That's it. Menka Bibi Kakra. As at November 2018, in December, November 2018.
Okay.
Ghana's public debt is about 18 billion. External one.
80.
Foreign external debt.
18 billion.
Yes.
Okay. Maintain 18
billion
US dollars.
Okay, them 18 billion US dollars here. At the time, what your projections and budget no, and a Ghana government, Sika yedze, a Kawa yedze, oh yeah, 18 billion, and a exchange rate at the time budget projection was 4.8.
Okay.
Our year budget. A translator, was about 86.4 billion.
Okay.
Now, as a result of the exchange rate now, Sebe was slipping. You will need more money to convert the Sikano into Ghana cedis.
Okay.
A bit here more money to pay the debt.
Okay.
A bit here more money to service the debt. Nankasa amortization. I the utia also in also Sikan Nankasa.
Sikabana, Sikaboten and Con.
Sikaboton principal. And a no one on any interest. Obinum or bad was a coupon. On no interest, no other.
Okay.
And see them in a butiano. Or you need more money.
Okay.
Now, so assuming there's a converting at 5.6 impo. Let's say ending dollar and wage and we could do 5.6 impo now. Sikana in a coyate says no baba 103 billion.
Okay.
US dollars.
Okay.
In effect, but the city depreciation add on approximately 15 billion Ghana cedis to our public debt.
It's a city needs to say, ama insihona kosho.
Insihona, insihona kose.
Sikano kaya
no. Why baba yakase?
Okay.
To the extent today, Obama oye insihona so wakoso. You. Insihona ye tuya no. Ehwe budget no insihona ye tuya no. Will be here more cedis now to convert into dollars.
Okay. Mami Musa say we na me doctor ne kasa na o kase no krepa ne se senke beji atuma enka ye dollarize economy no ye nyai dollar die bebrebe no na me say ene na esi mampani asem o kan se ye pama no ne niema kra no fisi ye kwakre ye besesa e de akọ dollars ansan yetimi Anthony Amano na biribi mu hyase mo ntumi anwe ena yija na kwentin fi unyi ni sese ye pe oman ye said okay say republic no ene ye dwen ho dia ene ye nkomodie no enye say kwa ba ne ye befa so a ye bejai dollar sem no wo currency dan dollar wo ko didi dollar wo ko ye say dollar na nka ye ma dollar no afi ye sika dwadie ne ye nkomoni mu na ye ma ye sidi na hiaye
Pastor what's the can put me beside ekaya Oye May 2016, Ghana Mampenyin, and now to Danko Akufuado.
Okay.
Time I said, you know, Odu 3.72, I send it to it. No, Kades as a result of bad leadership. Epidemic Bisade. Since when no de Ghana dollar so or depreciate another Ghana citizens or depreciate on your bad leadership, but rather no, or your structure of the economy. Has the standards changed? The standard has not changed. Okay. As a country, we need to change the fundamentals. I offending the structure of the Ghanaian economy.
Okay.
Because for FSC area, one, cocoa sika oba, it is only enough to pay for rice importation, poultry importation, and tomato importation.
The team the answer the crown.
I mean, friend was my friend revenue, cocoa.
Say no, I say okay. Farmer na me cocoa bebro.
I mean, who know about the baby?
Okay, sikane di kan ba sana cocoa na kono prepayment. Sikane di kan ba sana cocoa na kono. Ti no ye di crown, e di crown toast. Near the akra nkokonam.
It's only enough. If we pay,
and no penny to me
as long as the forex is concerned. Abani catcher hende so nya mena adom na so oba time in 2006 to catcher Ghana fuina. What's in there? What the new economy beba obese Ghana. Madam in zamena akodo ma currency na gina wonando. Tom am paying be 2 years ni.
Okay.
In fact 2 years in power board some abasa na yewo be.
Okay.
Busuma abasa no bugu or bowu ma yakobo so manan. Ti ya kan 24 plus 3.
Okay.
Month 24 months plus 3 months.
Okay.
Now, yara kan ho asemi aye ye na yenimi. Ibisa won de abade na bani baya wetum wasesa as long as the structure of the economy is concerned. Because we half of his term. His term is 4 years. 48 months. 27 months already. What have you changed as long as the structure is concerned? To at least, I mean, for a thing, for people, I was in the abadine export let me send in the first if you want and some could two one or day you're going there and when I exporting yen can yen jai yen import bano yen do be enough one away memo be import bill and some export
okay
import substitution them mono when you import bill abadine tin ye bet na hana akokɔ nam yeri nso ye import ba let us not even think of exporting akokɔ nam yankasa yempe biare yen consume no here tomatoes them basic in zamen why they answer kasa internally yetum yenya bi and I strongly believe they also you better export them. That is the second part after anant we no ansa na eto America.
Okay, so only na so make me do to me the say yeah per substitution I say yeah structure adjustment emma prekope if you say amampani phone bi o maba kokora hu say eya na ye hia bre nti even animdifo bi susu say enka 4 years no kra esua because entimi ma nipa no onye ne esese oye nti obe starting kakra maybe after some years ansa na be hu impact nti say o sha say kakra let's say agric and we say yenye planting for food and jobs enu no mu gusu o mu dua nuane hoping that a baby beba afedie yebenya enough ntos afi yebenya enough nkoko nti yebenya enough nkoko nti bi a wo bisa for substitution a ya hyase but se wo ye nim for economy mu no unim se enye se sia na yebehu effect no but nkakra
ya nyima ekaya omampanyin na na do danko akufuado okay che Ghana for the what to abamana 18 months obese Ghana kra uyefra.
You don't think that was a political talk?
Oh, on back and do a political talk, but I would you to do a political talk.
But what by muda unim, by 1 for 18 months.
But I'm not can you? I'm a mechanic. I have never said anywhere the best is happen in 18 months.
Now,
we
economist, papa. We be a unim economy. Say, only a professor for any lectures, Nekasa, Bekacho say, Sir and Yamano, it take time.
Okay, I'm a major him, don't want to for 18 months and friend yet change now, okay. Now, so to make catch the Ghana for what
me a chassis,
or to make catch the Ghana wash us. Oh, yes, substantial.
You can't economy now. Say, o man for being a Juma aye. Ama almost so edi productivity ni bi abeka bia
now only general young corner has some first eduma 7
yes
we are na akodo
yes
first one dey eduma na ya ka ho asem sister unemployment or kosoro wa banimu
o statistics we research be because here dey etikira ye ni say anya hwe no ya fa 90,000 emebu na eduma one napco ya nya hwe ye ni say
napco nkofo be 5 months won't you honka
mira
apart won't you honka no ibinum skwa wonya postings as we speak
mira yentu aneka no yes no ko chen say ya fa no ye adwuma e bia na me to me ye adwuma but bia me ba adwuma right na 5 man yentu am kan che say me ni adwuma yo me sika na emaaye se betimi ama me salary arrears e betu abo
I am telling you a number of them a chunk of the 90,000 won't post to honum when you baby nkoye adwuma.
I say, but I still say, you say 90,000. Wa ma omu through napco. Wa ma ebinum planting for food and jobs. Wa ma ebinum to say John they are now okay. Youth in afforestation, good. And wa ma ebinum so necessary no mu ofie trained nurses. Wa fa omu. Enti eno no wa share the employment sector of the economy. Tis at least what is so 0.0 den kra say ekwan bi so no wa boa economy nim afa ye fa agrika ye be sure say me ye planting for food and jobs me ye we eno so aye den eno so aboa e wo that side of the economy so me dey me busa professors na me say the fabra to me level na me nti ase o be catch say okay o fa nkakra and ni nyina ne ye be ye bia no enya de a ye be hu ni nyina say ene but say dey amam kan brofo no it is what forms the fundamental enti enu na be ye ni basics na e be ma ye nyina so no ti e ye nkakra
sister do you know abani bado businesses bebre is struggling
struggling I know because of dollar no mete I don't know but I hear so no minim
so businesses and contractors be brain so as a result of non-payment of when we lay off workers and we lay off workers you see we need to in some you find that we offend the net effect net effect nimpa sebe weduma will lose in a nyimpa I mean now we na ye to me there abani we make attempt to do all for one because it's the private sector not for nyimpa kese private sector here offer nyimpa kese no they are struggling private sector is struggling and as a result of the war struggling see one workers base because nyimpa say no no for nyimpa kese but no rich now or cut cost into be nyimpa biedi.
So I would wish that data no research when we say first unemployment rate that say NCC
you know the problem is Ghana Statistical Service they don't give us this kind of data. We've asked them to provide this kind of data in the past. I know they are working on it. But the United Nations, the World Bank, over data, whatever, and I'm waiting for the next publication. Hopefully, the 2018 data will be out after the first quarter. And by second week of April, we should get that data to use on as benchmark to see the unemployment, or another. But obviously, I mean, I will need you to. Some of them you don't even need data to tell you. Because young Krofo, will be members of parliament. We get close to the people. People get close to us. we know the unemployment situation is going up.
Data need here because
it's going up.
It is going up. Government so because may reduce no, but the data no one more. Book no lie.
Okay. And then yourself, UTV. We big enough. Able to make out there now some research be to find out from the ordinary Ghanaian as to whether there or your unemployment situation here or Kosarabas. Wako school when you do manye. When you do manye. Into dollar issues now, you can want some businesses was struggle no. Often maybe sisi ya kasi abani beka etre hende. Inflation in the budget statement is going to be 8% plus or minus 2. I can say, yeah, that inflation targeting aban on to achieve.
How?
Okay, thank you.
So I will 9 point something.
Yes.
Yeah, single digit.
Yes.
Siabro so are 10.
On to achieve.
Didn't announce you to me.
The single change in a variable like the currency, CD currency, CD near where depreciate to that much alone, no, about inflation targeting in a yensaranka. One because young father there say company B waka kofa in Zamaba. Okay, my for oil in example.
Okay.
Petroleum product. In there say what to petrol man or affect in Zamabebre.
Okay.
About affect her or affect the light bill. Because some of the power planting we used to fuel, yeah.
Okay.
Good nadia
and gas, okay.
Gas in what year. Ninano is indexed in dollars. Now, the means now obokoso fuel prices no obokoso. Sisia wana taxi drivers na do although adjust one offending one prices because as soon as a fuel no obokoso no ono so ba ka de sebenchemi nyeduma nche or de minya if for be dropping or ba adjust no ho our service or fuel prices or cost or de ba adjust ho ni na the cost push through no obama inflation no wakoso so okosora obama sebe prices of goods and services be today kwakoto adibia wo de fi baby ba abochi kwaboso kind of quarter spare parts in kind adana ton 10 Ghana cedis eboko dey be 15 Ghana cedis because nimpa no so obese $1 no da ko oba button odo otum adzo ton no otum adjust the pricing am otum kwa otum akofa fofraba anamoboa nti dem nimpa no so dot bia no oida no so oton no higher.
Okay.
That means the main Obama or inflation wa koso. So we are projecting that the inflation, the average inflation for the year, it will be 12% plus or minus 1.
We be so projected say average inflation about 10%, and we were a good what's the name of the gentleman Victor Yawasanti or a head Emma commercial and corporate investment banking or First National Bank Ghana. And no project say enyama nyina because now Ghana's inflation is to 9% in January and is likely to remain between single digit or closely around 10% in the first half on stable utility prices.
Oh, first half. He's only saying first half. Please.
An increased foreign exchange supply.
He's only saying first half.
So let's say that we
so
are hoping foreign exchange is coming.
Sister.
Now let's look at.
Let us stand there. Us in the first half, one for the year.
For the year,
it makes the significant change. 1 quarter is different from 4 quarters. It's only 1/4. It's a quarter of what he's talking about. First,
but what is happening is dollar na yejina so no yeba. Now fuel, we need to look at fuel price for some time now. Cost ana eba form. And no na mo projection. It is going to go up.
Yes.
Or projection and then say
example.
Some
fuel prices are inevitable.
Why?
One.
Or sometimes there have been some years it was stagnant for some months.
No, or inevitable because time na January and I am from the January price window no e bia okofa fuel na buy no.
Okay.
Or you see exchange rate 4.8 for instance.
Okay.
Let's even say 5.
Okay.
Let's even say there from January to December no. Then January to February no. The next window no okofa fuel for fraba no. On here 5 and be here be 5.3, 5.4, 5.5.
Okay.
Maybe 5.6. No, or that coffee or yeah, for the next cargo number.
Sure.
So coffee bar and changing pan on $2 it be here more cities instead of converting no. Obokoso.
It's a better show, and yes, a better show world crude market price, but because
of the exchange rate.
Yeah, exchange
rate. On American. So if you see, at the end normal fuel prices or the world market and your currency.
Okay.
Sometimes the world market may even reduce. But because we currently depreciating the obokoso.
And I say from what is happening, say a bafom ba. It is a bafom ba.
You see what is happening there. Me say a bafom ba. You see, you will be here. Makade, me the kind of catch there. You will good times and bad times. The papa da bone. The papa in the wisikabem no currency no dojina. The seasonalities is there.
Okay.
Some of us ya you for the year in December na ade nkofo wokototo nyama bebre obaboton. They are part of the bad times.
But equally this time so a woman and part of bad time.
Oh no.
This time
shouldn't have been. This time no do by April.
But says
under them bad times. No.
Bad time. This time
around this time you should have seen some stability. So if you see February, normally January no, and then seasonalities kakra.
Okay.
Be companies are kesen wait your dividend. Ne been war repatriate. War repatriate dividend na even central bank.
But
on the crown, there's kind of them to make sure that the last 15-20 years almost 10-15 years. Even when there in the first quarter, the first 11 weeks, see the wage and what them that.
Okay.
Because those are the times that we recognize them there. Even though there's some bit of sikabokono, it is not a bad time. It shouldn't have been that much. Into inflation, I am projecting. Me just still projected there. NDI inflation, average inflation will be 12% plus or minus 1.
So latest by November or December?
No, average for the whole year.
For the whole year,
yes.
So by November, December, no.
That's it.
Now inflation, after a fee single they get about
12% plus or minus 1. So an average of 11%.
So average of 11. Yes. That won't be too bad. But your time, 5 questions. Ben, I'm posing my Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
And my memo offend the background kakra to why I pose the questions.
Okay.
And the background in there. You will crum ha. You will be
here. With your Mr. Way, I can't my ani account crum crony town. Tinka crown kwa. As some person you can't gun and you know the any mine.
You are mine. That's it. It's every day.
I be anything. Kakra.
The emperor kind there. You will ha. And man paying na bedechin. Okay, try hende. O mani bia no mbuye adza ohia kase pa nyine currency.
Okay.
The currency no de san na ho de otwa ehwa. Obama o mani bibiara ayabasa.
Okay.
Koya ho lectures oppose questions. Odema the then head of economic management team. Economic management team or you made up of team from Bank of Ghana and the Ministry of Finance and ministers of state were economic sectors of the economy like trade, like agric. Now on the economic management team chaired by the vice president. So he's in the know as to Adibiara Orokodo. Now, Oye Monetary Policy Committee of Bank of Ghana. Eshe the Orokodo wa manyi muinarana. We expect them there. Enka, but they will take a decision or favor currency in my currency in an ayedzen.
Okay.
Now, if the decisions are what take in Narana, you would on Kodo, or no one's assurancy, yes, and the baby bisa, or man paying Nabede chip in Sambi. In some Napedi bisan, Miss Chamakan Brofu. Chamakan Brofu.
Oh, they can't, Namash, me a chimo. Questions and I'll be can Brofono. Okay. Can make Brofu. The Pedi bisan a day. Why would an independent central bank and a Bank of Ghana, with a focus on policy price stability, decide to reduce the monetary policy rate against its own research findings? That the U.S. policy normalization is strengthening the U.S. dollar and causing investors to move funds away from the emerging economies. And that upward adjustment in domestic prices of petroleum products and are likely to affect transport and utility prices. I asked that question. We want to know from the vice president, as he knows all of this, as only the Dominia Rokodun, Aberdinti, no allow ma, or my independent central banker, or they will make sure that price stability is their core mandate. We deviate from it. We want to know. Everybody no deviated from it.
Oh, I've told you that they've done research findings. What deviated to reduce the monetary policy rate by 100 basis points is a deviation.
Oh, I see. one can brof one can tree. Monetary policy rate, ya kasa omo hyehyeye na omo de masika krabia no. E na sika krabia no hwesu gina na omo so de charge various interest. E wo omo investment ahodo amanfo ne wo omo beye ne ho. Okay.
My second question in there. Why would an independent central bank, with a focus again on price stability, decide to lower the policy rate in the face of a dwindling net international reserves, Ghana reserves, net international reserves, and a rising interest rate abroad? In the face of it, you just decided there, monetary policy rate now what's order. Why would they have to do that? At the time, Ghana, yen reserve position, net international reserve position, Orukofum, interest rate abroad is Rokosor. Nobody does that. For them to decide to reduce the monetary policy rate is an abomination.
E ho no say e ko from na meka so mo inject sika no bi kra wo me sha sia na me bo figure no che o say over 800 and here they want to inject into our reserve, or it's not the foreign reserve.
It's your foreign reserve, your gross reserve, they were net international reserves. Net no kra no, you have to match it with portfolio outflows to get the actual reserve position. And that is why I did not use the gross reserve position. Some of them are encumbered. You'll be with an encumbrance. And reserve position when you are encumbered and unencumbered.
And then so that's what we talk about. Say foreign reserve no meaning so almost be injected
what I'm saying is that at the time that they reduced the monetary policy rate, the net international reserves was all more.
Okay.
Because as a result of the outflow.
Okay.
You see, them $1.2 billion here, one foreign investor, if he's not happy, he will move it out. One foreign investor. Recently, Yokoji Franklin Temperature, he will sell at the secondary market and move out. What happens?
Okay. So, question 3.
Question number 3. Why would an independent central bank, with focus on price stability, decide to reduce the monetary policy rate in favor of growth, GDP growth, which has been projected to be higher than the previous years, while the local currency is under pressure? Because the central bank knows the local currency is already under pressure. Yet you decided to reduce the monetary policy rate so that you want to give way to offend what we call the for economic growth. This does not add up. Again, question number 4.
Okay.
Why would an independent central bank, with a focus on price stability, decide to lower the policy rate in face of excess liquidity in the banking sector, emanating from banks increasing their minimum capital by over 100% of the local currency, while the local currency is fast depreciating? Okay, then I'm saying, yeah, banks are capitalizing now. Yeah, banks, you know, Bank of Ghana.
Yeah.
What's in the one minimum capital? No?
Uncle 400.
400.
Yeah.
In the past, it was 40. We're increasing by over 100%. To 400 million. It means the banks will secure the world over. When that happens, then it means there's excess liquidity in the market.
Okay.
The central bank will come up and up. In spite of that, they decided to reduce. Yeah, so you would need the policy response a bit behind there. You would need a tightened monetary policy to deal with that. You don't need a loose monetary policy to deal with that. So we want him to answer that question.
Last question.
And the last question, question number 5. Clearly, economy cannot be said to be externally unstable and internally stable. How can a rapid exchange rate depreciation be accompanied with a single-digit inflation rate as captured by the posted macroeconomic indicators? And that is why I told you, there, per my analysis, I can confidently tell you, sister, the $CBR, inflation, single-digit inflation, by end year, average inflation for the year, it will not be single-digit on the back of that.
But who can central bank?
Yes.
And the other thing I will question, central bank. Now, Ubisa, His Excellency, Dr.
Baumia, Ubisa, the question those days in one farmer, you offended Bank of Ghana, Dr. Wampa, no other man, and he said, I don't answer questions.
In a case of Odayemi, Miss May.
No, Odayemi, the head of the economic management team.
Okay.
The economic management team is made up of monetary institutions and financial and then fiscal institutions.
Okay.
And we expect them to answer those questions.
So then this question goes to the economic management team.
It goes to the chairman and the head of the economic management team.
Specifically.
Also, the buck stops with him. Ah, ewo krom hey. Ewo krom hey. Anti papa na beka kire hende. Wa ma wa chi sisi de na ho. Now or the keys number the Inspector General of Police. Okay, sure the Bank of Ghana na watch this one.
No na ubisa or no specifically and then him say wakana sem and na ubisa no. Why the Bank of Ghana na watch team omo ye adwuma. Once was say woka wo say ade no team no your money na sika sem na ya boss one dey central bank ne hweso. Enti adenti na umusi omo na just because ono aka said the back stops with him sadia then you should have directed it to the president. Enima osen there wan kada akofo ado watch sidi nesi wo oso ono Dr. Bawumia wa lock no the key na Inspector General of Police na mo mischief no there e ho na mo mischief no there no
mischief onya mischief oya adza na nkasa waka
okay
ono wa konyam na meken
okay
nti da waka na me ka ho asametre
yati ye brani nti ye behwe na ya sorry so kra nti ye sorry so no me busa wo me last asembisa say still one yi sa asem na no say ense se nyina ye ti asese as on mine economy no okay nti me ye 21 economy no eson e buy emu ye wa nti aban bia betimi sie pani a obefa baako odi aye ni focus say me develop this sector and at this aspect of the economy na ye bani sanso a ye hu bechi yen wo baby kakra but dachi ye benya so emfaso eno ye one inti saban we say oh for me share education na me share industrialization ye ne ya adwen which no kran so eso and so o se me fatu na ye nti asese a ho che kakra beba enti ye ma time na ye share effect then two President akase enye nyina nso enim eniama ye kraba se enye edian ye be ya obi ade opekwan abedi ade o de o te so dada o ye be hwe se ye pani ye dia ye be jai dollar sem no ye be de-dollarize economy no na am economy na akoso
sister I'm that and some be na kan na am na we na yim there no asam ho asama odi kan nye there Medin kana mampanyina se me kan de akanda da na maybe saw mpedem bi saw de so mampanyin ino onyim de sebe or de dollar sem no ye twado and so go ahead at the time or your campaign there or your bad leadership since when no do your bad leadership I think the standards must not change it's the same standard I've said it there, yes.
But that was when he was doing the campaign. Yes, we have to stop. I was see a jai at a point.
But into do jai at a point. Oh, apologize in Ghana for. Oh, apologize in Ghana for. Can Ghana for you there? Minianum. Nank me there. Time me jine children. Name that don't know better. No one better na one day. When would the Dumanoids in ye? No one support him. No one call, but no one here never support him. The Dumoli and why Ghana comes first. I believe that them dollarization na yakawasam or the jai. But is the presidency? They have to give us the focus. Baby, I am far. This is my focus. I want to change the structure of the economy. Me pay them this chunk of investment. Them oka kwa jisikabi. Uko jisika kesene ba na sekade o sika kese ma kwa jabi. But roko baby ha over dollarization wa kufuma. I agree with you. But if kwa jisika ya bane de botua wages and salaries. Do you think that is the way to go? Obviously no. Because you want that kind of investment or best to the structure of the economy. But unfortunately, their investment is not changing the structure of the economy. I want to mean in your adwin wo hodo. Asimo to dey bien. Esa bane bi oba. Offer one or two areas. It's
a senka offer.
Okay, yes.
Because I name the phone can say yentimi nyeni nyina mom at the time.
Sister, what the menu yadrin? The government bar or there for 1, 2 or 3. For me, it shouldn't be
that has
more
been
than
the
3.
Asia for no way.
Is the way to do so that 4 years, 8 years max, you can be able to do something strong to say that this was my flagship. I've been able to, just like NDC Bay or far infrastructure. NDC Bay of infrastructure and then when the infrastructure up and President Mahama.
Okay, so where's for education?
Okay, education,
industrialization,
self-education, industrialization. Yeni them President Mahama offer infrastructure or yeni man home brand faso. Education or any problems. Free SHS, great idea. Amede emofama wo fie no. I wish that sebe obia onyi bi obotum wa school now so odi ye ma quality of education on bafom this year school why a traffic light Be could gold, be a could green, be a could red, be so.
Ready?
No, red in a vacation crisis. No, red in vacation crisis. And so on, vacation crisis on your red. So, what bet Nifia or no friend? What bet Nifia? What
they are just on break.
Their break is vacation crisis on your red. It's our friend break, I'm friend vacation crisis on your red. So, red, gold, green. Vacation crisis, you go 40 days, 40 days. About bet Nifia, be 2 months or 3 months. Sabe, my quality no kodo. Industrialization here can once me. Industrialization here can once me. Are you aware the so-called one village, one dam is failing? It is failing. In fact, if it has not failed completely,
it will have its own challenges.
Well,
failure.
It's to man kade abani by 2 years you have industrialization no why ye. So do it well. So I'm not happy about the way the so-called industrialization is going on.
Medase. Mira, I no pay bedase pa.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Casiel, to Forson MP ma ejumako enya ne semfo na mrahye be fie nso dom kuma ne fam no na kasa mo efa sikasem ehun ebrebi no ye so afo abedi akira wo hwe sikasem so nene nansa wo no press conference a wo ye ya na efa se de Ghana economy ni sitie na no na majinemu say majority for nti no I'm on the majority side nti me bisa all the questions are the devil's advocate me bisa also the very tough one. Oh man, we say me professor Dr. Yesu, good morning, thank you. Me professor here on church economics and